All right, we are we are live. Hey YouTube. Let's see, first of all, let me get my bearings. 400. No, I'm at 4. Hold on 1 second. I confirmed with Google Maps. I know where I need to go. I'm just at a friend's house. First time, well, technically second time I've been to his house. The first time was just to drop something off. Haven't walked from there. Anyways, this is a Let's Talk About Privacy. I don't have my selfie stick, although I should. Or I brought the tripod just in case, but mainly audio gear because we needed it. We were testing his microphone out. See if we get it working. Turns out he had it muted. It would be nice if I could, mount that in some way that my phone would be out here and I wouldn't have to hold it. But anyways, privacy. So, privacy is something that's actually very important in this day and age. And sometimes privacy is breached in not so great ways. And one example, I'm probably going to get some details wrong, but the overall idea I'll get right. This was several years ago, but I heard a story about, first of all, under the rules Constitution, it's legal to have a gun, but there are some states that don't allow it, or you have to have it licensed, and they make it tricky, and it's not great, although I do think that we should be able to have guns. That's for another topic that we'll cover later on, but, and I'm not avoiding the topic, okay? I'm going to do something really nice to some of that topic. But what happened was, some of his emails made him look like he might be a terrorist from Islam or wherever over there. And so they went and investigated his house. And it turns out he's not a terrorist, but he had a gun that wasn't registered, so he still got in trouble. That's not right. No. Oh, what? There is a mailbox on that garage door. Unusual. Anyways, yes, no. That is not right. Stuff like that shouldn't be happening. Especially since he should be allowed to have a gun, and he got penalized for a completely different reason. And if I remember correctly, they didn't have quite enough evidence to actually legitimately search. Didn't have quite enough to get a warrant, I think. But, so, privacy and me, because, privacy is important. Oh, well, I will say, what was I going to say? Yeah, there's a lot of privacy breaches and stuff, and I don't really have anything to hide. Well, there's some stuff I do want private, which we'll get to in a moment. But, Google is a double-edged sword. You've got Google. That's pretty. Beautiful lamp shining on those flowers. That's cool. They must have some sort of fluorescence to them or something. That looks cool. Anyways, so, you have Google always listening, so that when you give the special command, Google is going to be able to answer your questions and help you with stuff. That's very, very useful. The other end is, well, it's always listening, and they most likely are actually logging what you say and stuff. And so it's a two-edged sword, but I am very, very happy to use this two-edged sword. I would like it if I had more proof that they weren't actually collecting the information and what I said, other than, they do collect it to improve their voice thing. And that's okay. You kind of have to collect some data to improve it. But, if they could do it perfect without improvements, that would be great too. I would like that. But it's a double-edged sword that I'm willing to use. So, here's the other thing. We'll go to privacy and me. And there are lots of double-edged swords that I use. But, starting with what I post on the internet, 90% of what I post on the internet is public. 90% of it, especially on social media. I've never made a private post unless it was by accident. I do share stuff like tag people and stuff like that and whatnot, but it's never private. It's for them, any one of my friends, anybody on the internet to see. If it's private, personal message. We'll get to that in a minute. So 9% of what I post is public, especially on YouTube. Stuff that I post there. 99% of what I put on YouTube is public. There have been some things where I specifically needed a few friends to see that video and only them, because it was like instructions for them helping me with a project or something, or I wanted to show off a scene of airborne death and show it to the people that were part of it and not to everybody. I've done that. Or there's a few videos I've done that I've shared with companies, and those companies, and I did it specifically only with them because I didn't want to give them a negative image. They were working on helping me with a solution to my problem, and the video was a good way to show them what was going on and possibly have them send out another unit, another item. And so I specifically made the video unlisted, sent them a link on the messaging service that we were using, and I went from there. None of this, what am I thinking of? No sharing it with everybody. Some stuff I do make public like that. And actually, no, I never made any of those eventually public. I just, after I'm done, I delete them. That way, especially since when I look at my video count, it doesn't end up, showing a number that's bigger than what's public. Because I want that to be a public thing. And so, if there are any private videos, I should go look and clean those out. Because also, they don't need to be taking up YouTube space as well. But stuff on YouTube is public, and stuff on the internet that's private, kind of sort of my Google Drive. There is some stuff on there that is completely public, like my books are public, although I'm working to move them over to Wattpad. Well, I say working, but I haven't touched that in a while, but they are going to be moved over to Wattpad. And there's a few other things that I've shared with other people and friends for collaboration on Google Drive, but most of what I have on my free 15 gigabytes of storage on Google Drive is private stuff. If it got leaked, I'd be a little bit annoyed, maybe a little bit angry, but, and I would ask the person, hey, could you please delete your copy? Could you please take this stuff down? I would do that, but not the end of the world. It's not anything that would incriminate me at all. I don't think there's anything that would incriminate me. Hope not. But yeah, so I would prefer it to be private if it's private. But if it does get leaked and made public, there's that. And then personal chat, that's private because it's between me and someone else, between me and a friend. So Facebook messages, any personal messages, they're kind of between me and that person. Every once in a while, it's like I message them directly because it's on an internet board, and I want to make a comment about their profile picture or something, and it's not relevant to what everybody's talking about. Like, here's how you fix your microphone. Oh, I tried that and it didn't work. Well, what about trying this? And then I come in, hey, I like your profile pic. Yeah, no. There was actually one internet community where I created an account just so I could say I like someone's profile pic, but then that thing doesn't have private message, so I haven't said it yet. And I might, but I don't know. Anyways, yes, so personal messages are private, mostly because it's between me and somebody else, and they probably want it private too, given that we're talking in a private nature about things. Some of the conversations I've had, I personally would like to keep private. Some of them, I don't mind if they go public, it depends, but that's something that I, like to keep private. So 90% of what I post on the internet is public. The other 10%, like personal messages and Google Drive, private. Some private YouTube videos, specifically for people from companies. Once we go offline and we go specifically on my phone storage and my computer, I wouldn't want that on the internet. If it did get there, not too bad. Most that happens is an old YouTube video gets leaked that I decided not to release because it wasn't great. if the YouTube video did get leaked, that wouldn't bother me. Because I've got plenty of YouTube videos that are old, that are pretty bad, that I am not deleting. They're part of this channel and they are staying. But yes, so, that's where I want it to be a little more private. Especially since if it's on, Google Drive, well, what if Google gets hacked? I mean, there's a chance I could get hacked, but Google's a bigger target. So what if they get hacked? Or, what if someone from Google, obviously some Google developer or someone higher up on Google would have some access to it for whatever purposes. What if they do something with it? Who knows? It's just a little more vulnerable. So stuff on my computer, I would like it to stay there. And for a while, my journal was an example of something on my computer that I didn't want on the net. But I have made that private on Google Drive because then it's really easy. If I'm at my computer, I haven't written in there in a while, I should. But if I'm at my computer, I can write in it using my nice keyboard. Or on the go, I can pull open my phone and write it that way. So I have it that way for collaborative features between myself, and it's nice. So stuff on my computer, yeah, I would like to, I'd like it to stay there and not be made public. It's kind of personal to me, some of that stuff. Oh, and also, if I really, really want something to be private on the internet, I'm going to use private browsing. Yes, I know that doesn't block a lot of people from seeing it, ISPs and stuff like that, but it's not in my history. Maybe I'm looking up a gift for somebody I don't want them to know, so I'll use that. Or just when I generally want a more private experience, Maybe there's a YouTube video suggested that seemed like could be a little bit questionable, but I was interested in some of the subject about it. I wanted to learn something from it. I don't know. If that ever happened, private mode. Even on my phone, open up Firefox, go private mode. Look at it that way, But I don't really watch a lot of stuff that's questionable. That's not me. Especially not on YouTube or the internet. But yes, now, talking with people in real life, that one can be public. Sometimes it's private if we're in a personal setting, obviously, yes, private. But now here's the thing, if I really want to keep something private, it's not going to leave my head, ever. There are plenty of things I keep up there that, nope, I'm probably not going to ever tell to anybody, ever. I'll not write them down. I'll not put them anywhere. This includes dark, inappropriate thoughts, as well as simple ideas where I'm like, yeah, that's an idea. Probably never do anything with it. It's staying right up here. I'm not telling anybody just because. And I am pretty private. First of all, I'm an introvert, so that adds a level of privacy. But on top of that, what am I thinking of? Yeah. On top of that, too, I, a lot of times, my mom asks me, how was work, or how was this, and I'll be like, good as always. If I ever say good as always to you, I do it less so with other people that I'm not, super close to, that I'm, people that are more of, my friends. But, I don't do it to them as much as I do family. But if I ever say that to you, it simply means nothing special happened at work today. It was just a regular, normal day. Nothing that I want to really say. If I did want to say something, however, I would specifically seek you out. And when I was younger, it would be, I will seek you out and make you listen. And there is a spider. Yeah, he's dead. Can't even see him. Barely, yeah. That spider's dead. Anyways, yes. So, yeah, I would specifically seek you out and make you listen. But now, I'm a little more respected. It's, you don't want to listen. Okay, fine. But especially with my mom and whatnot, if it really is important to me, I need to say it emotionally. Yeah, I'll make sure that she hears it. But other than that, I don't know. Stuff that I want really private stays locked up here in my mind. and nobody knows about it. And that's probably 90% of my thoughts. But yeah, and that, good as always, applies to a lot of stuff. FHE, I don't know, hanging out with friends. And, and I'm a little more private about it because a lot of people are interested in what other people are doing and what's going on and whatnot. And me, well, maybe if you're doing something that looks unusual or strange or different, I might be interested. Or if I've got something that I want to know, schedule-wise, yeah. I got a schedule thing, I want to do something with you, or maybe ask you to give me a ride somewhere, then I'll be a little interested in what your schedule is. Other than that, I don't care. Like, literally, and especially since, like, yeah, sure, I can interrupt what I'm doing for a minute or two to, get something to, listen to what you have to say, or maybe go help you with something or whatnot. But a lot of times, I would rather still stay engrossed, or I can even do two things at once, not as good, but I kind of can. But a lot of times, I would really like to stay engrossed with what I'm doing. Like, so the thing that happens a lot of times is, I'm sitting down editing a video, and then all of a sudden, bye Caleb, see you in a bit. And for me, it's like, oh, mom's saying something to me. Oh, she's just saying that she's leaving. That wasn't important. I didn't need to know that. I was distracted for a split second. Don't say that you're leaving, please. It really bugs me. Well, although it shouldn't. And then also texting too. When she texts that, it's like, oh, I got a text message from mom. I recognize that specific text message sound. I need to see if this is something important that she wants me to do or go get for her. I need to come there or something. And nope, mom's just telling me that she's leaving. I did not need to look at my phone just now. We've solved that, however, by having a Google Keep note. And so then what's supposed to happen is in the note, she's going somewhere, she'll write it down in the note. So if I can't find her and I want to know, then I can check the note or message her if needed. But check the note and see, mom's here. We just recently started that, so hasn't been completely in effect. But for me, it kind of takes time away. And final thing I'll say, this isn't necessarily privacy related, but it's related to the last thing. And this will probably come up in another video, but this really, really bothers me. If I'm in the middle of something and you try and get a hold of me, not like texting, but like actual voice, like you call my name, I'll say 1 second, or wait, very short and quick, and then I get back to what I'm doing so I can more quickly come to the end or a stopping point. And, and then respond to you sooner. But my mom was like, can you wait a minute, please? I just have to finish writing up this report for this patient thing, and then I'm done and can talk to you. And no, I don't want to hear all that, okay? If I specifically ask what you're doing or how long, or if somebody asks me what I'm doing and how long, I'll give you an answer, quite happily. But the reason that I don't like to is because, it's like thinking about editing a video, thinking about splitting the video, or I'm working on editing the video, thinking about editing the video. Someone's talking to me. Wait a second. Thinking about editing video, thinking about editing video, thinking about editing video, or thinking about editing video. Someone's talking to me. Hey, can you wait a minute? I'm in the middle of editing a video, and then when I'm done with that, then I'll come and talk to you and help you. Thinking about editing video, thinking about editing video. It took a lot longer to say all that and check my mind. So I'm accepting that mom's probably not ever going to, but I would have really, 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 really appreciated if she would just say, wait, and go back to what she's doing. And then if I ask, what are you doing? How long is it going to take? Then respond. Otherwise, just go straight back to what you're doing and get that done faster than if you have to give me the longer explanation. But you're probably not going to, and most people probably don't. And so I accept that. And I also recognize that most people probably would want to have that information kind of just given to them. Where for me, I'm not that way, and I don't care unless I ask. But I'm working to be better at that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, leave a like down below. If you want to see other stuff by me, go check it out, seriously. Because I do a lot more than just walking and talking. Some edited stuff. Got a short film, Airborne Death, check that out. And I will see you guys in whatever's next. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. See you guys in whatever's next.